The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Barber. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Those defense for the Packers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, Barber. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
That way, picking up 3 yards of carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then it's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Rodgers now on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On play action. Now Rodgers. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Packers at 6-2 to start play. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers out to his left.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, now throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. 30, 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Larry
not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On play action, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Eluding the pressure right. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 8. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the second and third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half. And I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers get a bit closer.
Extra point up and through. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here.
And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now back to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right, 60.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. They will have time on the right
to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. On third down, Robinson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On play action, Rodgers. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Box it. Over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Rodgers to throw once more. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores in order to come back and win this game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Barber. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. And he's got it. It's caught for the Packers touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. Perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touch. Oh, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 9 now. He's got his man London right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring it 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Now the ball comes loose. And the Packers pick it up. Loose inside the 30. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that, Charles, you have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Touchdown! Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point safely through. They will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point up and good. And a lead now up to 14. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he's got it down to the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready. Ultra. Go ultra.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force going down on him there. He could now hang on. It's 3rd down. Another throw there from Mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And now here's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Rodgers again now. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go back to the ground, this time Barber.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. And they will take a knee here. Heading into the time as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they